Buried Treasure is brought to you by EB Games.
Hey, this week on Buried Treasure, we're talking about Black Dawn for the PlayStation. Now, Black Dawn was put out by Virgin Interactive, but it was done by Black Ops Entertainment. Black Ops are the developers who did games like World Is Not Enough, Tomorrow Never Dies, Knockout Kings, March Madness. Now, Black Dawn was one of the first completely 3D action arcade helicopter games. It's really not a simulator, but the amazing thing about Black Dawn was that the way you could control the helicopter. Most helicopters are hard to control because they go up, down, left, right, forwards, backwards, but the controls in this were really, really well thought out and well done. You actually feel like you can go eventually in every single direction once you learn the controls. Now, the controls aren't simple. It's not a type of game where you go in and all of a sudden you're just, in it playing. But once you get it down, it's absolutely amazing. The missions in this game were incredible. They're really unique, really well thought out. Everything from landing your helicopter a la Choplifter and bringing in some guys, go, 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 and then you take off. Sometimes you have to bomb out radar dishes. Other times you're protecting things and sneaking around. And it's really intense because the AI, the artificial intelligence, they actually learn within the level. So if you start taking out just guys left and right, more guys will come and they'll be smarter and tougher to take out. The explosion effects in this game were phenomenal, again, when it came out at the time. The music is also pretty cool in this game as well. It's all kind of orchestral, Rambo-ish style music, but the music's interactive. It changes as the mission itself changes, which I thought was pretty neat. One of the best missions is the very last mission, because you have to go around and protect your battleship in the open seas. It's very cool, and all these guys are coming in and everything. Probably shouldn't have told you the last level, but anyway, keep in mind that your PlayStation 2 plays PlayStation 1 games. If you can find this one, check it out for sure. Black Dawn for the PlayStation 1.
Alright, we're back and we made our way to the Bulls because we're going to talk about Aggressive Inline from Acclaim.
Thank God you made your way to the Bulls, because after those last reviews, you sure need one.
Now, what did you think of this game?
Okay, well, I mean, here's a game where it's basically Tony Hawk skateboarding, except they've taken the skateboard away and they put you on skates.
This time, they've actually done something different. It's a unique sport that we haven't seen in video games yet, and it's all...
Maybe a reason for that.
Well, I like it. The End Effect is a really fun game that is absolutely at par with the Tony Hawk series.
They have all these famous rollerbladers.
Right, yes.
That no one in the right mind has ever heard of.
I think that's what the object of the game is to raise the profile of this very cool sport, and I think it's going to do a great job.
I've never heard of any of these people, don't really care about it.
All right.
But I tell you, the best character to play is Chrissy.
Chrissy, right.
Chrissy is a girl they made up, and she wears a little short Catholic schoolgirl dress.
Right.
And every time you jump or do a move, totally shows her underpants.
It's not all about Chrissy and her underwear, though. This game,
to me it was,
this game has an incredible engine behind it. It's using the Z-Axis Dave Mirra engine. Frame rate's always a rock-steady sort of 60 frames per second, and the character's animation is amazing.
First thing I did when I got into the game, after watching Chrissy's underwear for 20 minutes, is started slamming into pedestrians. This is always fun.
Yeah. Do run into bystanders. I mean, you can literally run into them, or you can actually go in and talk to them, and they'll give you new mini missions.
These levels are absolutely incredible. They've got to be the biggest levels in any kind of extreme sports game like this. This also has the most tricks out of any game.
That's why I love
this kind.
That's why I love the skates. I think that because you have both hands and both legs free to do whatever you want, you can do all of these insane maneuvers.
I thought that pulling off some of the more advanced stunts was a little too difficult. You have to, hit a button and hit left, right, up, down, half circle, A, B, A.
You're playing Street Fighter pretty much at that point.
I understand that you want to do, advanced tricks for certain things, but, it seems like it went a little too far.
Now you play Tony Hawk and you've got 2 minutes to get all of those stunts and tricks in, and then you gain access to other levels. Well, in this game, what they've done is they've given you a little bit of a stunt meter or a stunt bar
You know what annoys me about these games, though, and this one's a perfect example, is they have all these great levels, right?
Yes.
And every single one of them except the first one is locked.
Yes.
That's so annoying. These games are supposed to be interactive.
The only knock that people are going to have against Aggressive Inline is the fact that there have been so many extreme sports games in the last little while, so it doesn't really have that that fresh vibe. I think we're going to see a lot more inline skating games out there. This one gets a 9 out of 10.
I'm going to give it an 8.
On the positive side, we really like the rock-solid frame rate in the game, and the animations are awesome. We enjoyed the fact that the levels are so huge, and then you can unlock even bigger areas. And even though it's another extreme sports game, the fact that it's on inline skates makes it feel fresh and original.
Hey, and don't forget Chrissy's underpants.
Oh yes, and Chrissy's underpants.
But on the negative side, at the end of the day, this really is just another rehashed extreme sports game. We thought some of the advanced tricks are a little too difficult to pull off. It would have been nice to have played at least, I don't know, 2 levels off the top of the game.
Today on Judgment Day, we took a look at Outlaw Golf on the Xbox. Now, we love the wacky sense of humor in this game, but after you've played it for a little while, it becomes just another golf game. On the GameCube, we looked at Bomberman Generations. There's a great solo player game in there and lots of good multiplayer options, but you have to get past the cutesy characters, and Tommy just couldn't. On the PC, we looked at Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds, the Clone Campaigns. Now, this is a solid expansion pack for the Star Wars real-time strategy game, but the Age of Kings engine is starting to show its age. On the PlayStation 2, we looked at Aggressive Inline. This is a great extreme sports game, but there's so many extreme sports games out there, you may be starting to get tired of them. In our hardware review, we looked at the Sci-Tech PX5000 controller for the PlayStation 2. This thing is big, bulky, and not too comfortable, but it does have a cool LCD screen on it. In our pocket review, I looked at Bomberman Max 2 for the Game Boy Advance. This game combines classic Bomberman-style gameplay with Pokemon-style RPG elements.
Well, buddy, that's the end of another fine show, but I think we should probably start heading back and start playing games for the next show.
Actually, I'd like to see you strut your stuff in the bowl down here.
You would you?
Yes.
I think extreme sports are crazy. I'd never do that.
Okay. Fair enough, then.
We're going to talk about a brand new expansion pack for Galactic Battlegrounds. It's called the Clone Saga.
Right.
We're going to talk about a brand new expansion pack.